again. One over now you're being bombed. I keep to myself, avoid this hiding, cancel plans with everyone.
Welcome back to the GSL. I'm Tasteless. He's Artosis. Yo. Me Artosis. And we are going to go into the next half of the second half of today's games. Wow, that was actually quite an interesting way I decided to describe that setup. So we just saw Max make it through, we saw OGS Hyperdub make it through. Max got defeated pretty badly.
It's been a long day, Taste.
It's been a long day. This is going to be how many games I don't know actually how many games we cast today.
Where are we?
I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Let me start talking, Tasteless. We're going to see OGS MC. He's a great player.
Yeah.
He was Iron in the Starcraft 1 Pro Team NBC game, Heroes.
Yeah.
And he was just popping up when he switched over to Starcraft 2. He was just doing really well, qualifying for leagues and stuff like that, just coming very close. And here he is in StarCraft 2, one of the best Protosses in the world. That's at least what all the top players are saying. The thing is, he hasn't delivered. In Season 1, and let's take a look at him. The guy I'm talking about, there he is, OGS MC, a.k.a. Iron. In the first season, he made the round of 64. In the second season, only the round of 32, despite being picked by all the players as one of the favorites for the tournament. The guy is a scary, fearsome Protoss in practice. He even says he's confident against every race on every map. He just dominates the practice leagues over there in OGS.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been able to deliver yet.
Right. So, hopefully he'll be able to deliver it this time around. He is against a pretty fearsome opponent, though. So, let's see here. He's going to be against Odin, Odin MVP, rather, who's a very talented Terran. So, I think this is going to be a pretty close match.
It could be, because I feel like MC might be a little bit choking again,
Yeah,
maybe not playing his absolute best.
Considering how good people say he is, he's, I think, underperforming slightly on camera, which is too bad.
Yeah,
but, experience helps you get through anything like that.
And he is getting that. I mean, he's qualifying each time.
Yeah.
He's getting in that booth. He's trying. God, he's trying.
He's
trying, Tasteless.
I like this artwork down here.
Guy with the spear.
An OGS MC fan. Unbelievable how accurate that depiction of him is. Here's our Terran player.
This guy, he is Odin MVP.
Yep.
I believe he's the only MVP clan member to get into the tournament. Might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure. MVP, a lot of players in the team, but not quite a top-level team yet. Now, this guy, he's a Terran player. He loves TVP. He feels that's his best matchup. So we're going to have to see if it's really his best matchup, because he's going against someone who should be one of the best Protoss vs. Terran players in the world.
Yeah, that's very true. Now, I'm also a little bit curious because, excuse me, I dropped my subject. The sheet I have is actually full of errors. I was going to look at your sheet because the map lineup, it's going to be on Jungle Basin and Shikuras Plateau. So
and
Zelnaga Caverns. So I'm pretty interested to see that.
Jungle Basin, I'm a little bit undecided who it's good for, because early game Protoss, it really seems like a Protoss map. They can warp in behind, attack you up 2 ramps if they like. That can make it pretty hard for Terran.
Yeah, let's actually take a look at the map lineup now.
Yeah, there it is.
So
Jungle Basin.
Jungle Basin, Shikuras Plateau, and Zelnaga Caverns.
Yeah. Most Protosses do enjoy Shikuras Plateau for Protoss vs. Terran. It takes a little bit longer for some of these bionic early pressure builds to get over to them. Gives them a little bit more of some leeway, And then Zelnaga Caverns. That map can be hard PvT, I'm not going to lie. It's a very wide open natural. And the thing is, when they make that planetary at the gold base, it's very hard to attack into.
Yeah.
When you attack in, let's say they're the top position attacking from the right. It's a huge open arc for them to spread their marauders out. If you try to attack in from the bottom, then that's a place where they're going to use their Vikings to the max to take out your Colossi. So, I don't know, that might be a hard map for our Protoss player.
Could be. The countdown started, so get ready for some TVP action here on Jungle Basin. This is the GSL. Brace yourself for some awesomeness in just a second. Over here at the bottom right on our one-on-one map, a very talented player having a hard time performing under pressure. Hopefully he'll do good this GSL. Over here at the top left, I believe he's the only one from his clan, as you said, to make it through into this phase of the tournament. But a very good Terran at that. And I'm looking forward to seeing how he does.
Odin MVP.
I'm looking forward to seeing how he does as well.
I'm just looking forward to seeing how he's doing.
I'm actually always looking forward to see how everyone's doing.
That's right.
Not just Odin. I'm not playing favorites with him. He ain't no Clyde.
I can't believe that series, by the way. If you guys are just now joining us, please, I encourage you, I implore you to tune in to those older games, the Clyde against Lenot games. They were absolutely off the hook. Best StarCraft 2 series of casted yet.
Yep. No question about that. All right, well, do have a single barracks going up. Probably see a gas shortly, but there is the possibility of going just one barracks expand. Nope. Chooses to make that refinery. Now, there's a lot of builds that Terran can actually do against Protoss early game. And the thing is, Protoss, sometimes it can be a little bit risky to diversify their play, because if you run into Cloaked Banshee and you didn't go robotics, your probes die so fast that you're probably going to lose.
Right.
So that kind of stifles Protoss build order creativity in this matchup. You almost have to take a risk sometimes, and we've seen some great players like Next Genius last season eliminated because of that. Just, the games he didn't go robo, suddenly into the rainbow, made Banshees and Cloak. And sometimes that's just the way it goes in this matchup.
Yeah, that's very true. Note, Terran scouting pretty late here. And we do have double barracks here. I didn't actually expect this at all. Out of all the builds I thought we were going to see, I did not think we were going to see double barracks.
Yeah. Well,
he could go around to the back over here and attack the rocks. It's like one possibility.
Yeah, Odin, being this player that is definitely less scary, less fearsome, less accomplished, not a lot of experience in the booth. He may go for some sort of cheesy rush build, especially when he's up against someone that on the Korean server is quite legendary for his skill, which is OGSMC.
Okay, Warp Gates is being upgraded. We might not see the full tech of the Protoss until this SCV is picked off.
Yeah, Chrono boosting out range unit, in this case, a Sentry.
Sentries are pretty slow, so you can actually avoid, a Sentry if you're good enough with it. But he goes ahead and leaves.
Yep. Figures it's a Stalker. It's not.
It's not. You got punked.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a Sangha-esque build here from OGSMC. Some of the very top Protoss players do this, where they decide, okay, I'm going to make a bunch of sentries because I don't want to lose to any silliness. And we saw Sango do that a lot, 4 sentries, and if you just hit your force fields, Marine Marauder can't get up your ramp. You basically have infinite force fields. Now, Odin, building a factory in a really kind of funny position, because if something goes up on the ground near that, they're going to see it, but he's going to use it for scouting anyway, so that's okay.
Yeah, sometimes factory units are not that good in this matchup. Oh, interesting. Starport over here.
Proxy Banshee.
Yep.
And we've seen Proxy Banshee before, and sometimes that really makes the difference, having it a little bit closer.
What he can do right off the bat is surprise him with an early Banshee timing. Attack the probes of the minerals over here. By the time Stalkers and Sentries can actually do what they want to do, he has Cloak. That actually could end the game.
Yeah. I notice a bunker going up. That's kind of telling that there's some serious tech going on.
Yeah, sometimes a bunker can be such a tell.
Now that probe sneaking around. Definitely wants to scout so bad.
One thing he can do is park his army out here, wait for the Banshee to start attacking him, and then when the army moves away from the ramp, he can start trying to come up here from another angle.
Well, that probe just kind of waltz on by. Turns around, sees the bunker that would have, if it had anything in it, hit him. Turns around. Now, we do have Cloak researching, we do have Stim researching. likely, when the Banshee is attacking, he will attack the front with his Marines and Marauders. But we do have an Observer being made for
Very
MC.
interesting.
So he is going to be able to see that Banshee. But first the Observer, he's going to make 2. Look how good he is.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
Very smart.
Yeah, this is such a safe build for this map because he can force field that ramp to stop any attacks, and that allows him to get out those 2 Observers. 1 to catch any cloaked units, 1 to go scout with. So he's covering all his bases right now. He's counting all the beans in the jar, Tasteless.
Okay, the Banshee's out.
Choosing to meet up with the main army.
It's quite interesting.
He may be using the Banshees to try to snipe any sentries to stop force fields. It's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, the Banshee, even if it's not cloaked, can do so much damage.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens next. He's going to get another Banshee. By the time that second Banshee pops out, Cloak will have finished. Actually, Cloak already just finished.
He is going to go for the probes. And there are Stalkers back there and the Observers around as well. He's not going to be happy with this. And at the ramp, we do have Marines and Marauders. MC not flinching, not wasting a single force field.
Second Banshee's out. He doesn't seem to be fully aware of the fact that... hold that thought.
Here we go.
Oh!
That was quick.
That was close.
And Odin right now
Ouch.
is like worlds behind.
I know.
This is not a good place to be in.
He's only just started this expansion, adding an additional barracks. Meanwhile, we have 4 gates up here for the Protoss. And it does look like the Terran might back up.
I'll just take this time to say everyone go to the GOMTV.net forums, leave some questions.
Right.
I'll be interviewing the winner of this match. May use your questions.
Now we have more and more gateways on the way.
Oh, man. He's just far behind.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's actually just going to be able to kill him. He just might have actually too many units.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Man. Oh, apparently...
Traps himself.
Just blow all the air out of your mouth. You can fit through that little narrow path.
I tell you, man, this kind of harkens back to MC losing because of nerves. All he has to fear is himself, Tasteless.
I think you might be right about that.
Blocks himself in with force fields and loses to people he's supposed to be better than.
Uh-oh.
From the Banshees targeting down this Stalkers. Looks like he will clean those up.
Nice.
May kill a lot of probes as well.
Meanwhile, MC, it looks like he's actually...
Ooh, this might be a blunder right here.
I think you're right.
He does have stim, which he does, but beautiful force fields right there, splitting up the army. And more units being warped in at home to deal with that. Oh, man, really good force fields. Really abusing the range here of his units.
Meanwhile, the Banshee has been picked off, and there might just be too many Protoss units here.
Yeah.
And I think this actually is going to be GG.
And those force fields were just beautiful. Totally crushed going up that ramp, even though it could have looked very bad for a Protoss player.
Yeah, that's very true.
GG. MC easily takes that first game.
Yeah, that was pretty straightforward. He just stopped everything the Terran had, then turned around and attacked him. Terran didn't have enough units because he didn't get an expansion up in time.
Well, Odin's going to have to do a much better job in the next game.
Yeah, no
it's
kidding.
It's going to be Shakur's Plateau. It's kind of a map that, Odin's going to not be quite as happy with, I think, because if he wants to do cheesy builds, it's a further distance to walk across.
That's true.
And you want to have a closer distance to walk across if it's going to be a cheesy build.
So we're probably going to get this game started pretty quickly here. That game was just very straightforward. MC was just prepared for everything. And hopefully MC can get through for OGS's sake. Some of their players have been having a hard time. Hyperdub, of course, getting through. Yep. Maybe MC will get some of that luck as well. Again, special thanks to our sponsors. It's Sony Ericsson.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
This is a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
It's StarCraft 2 is such a great game. And again, as Artosa said, send questions in so we can do a great interview for you guys. The countdown started, so get ready. We're going to see MC against Odin right now.